Warriors just announced this. And nobody expected it, Curry reacted. Everything changed in a very short period of time. In less than 24 hours, the NBA scene, and especially that of the Golden State Warriors, suffered an impact that could define not only this season, but the franchise's next years. I'm looking at injury reports, behind-the-scenes moves, trade deadlines, and strategic decisions that simply didn't exist in this form until yesterday. And what I'm going to say now may sound strong, but it's the purest reality. The next 2 weeks could determine the Warriors' future for the next 5 years. Welcome to Warriors Family TV, your daily space to understand everything that is happening with the Golden State Warriors in a clear, direct, and no-nonsense way. Here we don't just talk about the final score, we talk about decisions, behind the scenes, context, and mainly, the future. If you live the blue and gold, if every victory is exciting and every defeat weighs heavily, this channel is for you. Before continuing, I need to be very honest with you. What is happening now in the league is something that changes quickly. News emerges, rumors are confirmed, doors close, and others open in a matter of hours. So, subscribe to the channel now, activate the bell, and follow closely. Our goal is to reach 2,000 subscribers, and reaching this goal really helps the channel to grow, to reach more fans, and to continue bringing this content every day. It's a simple gesture, but it makes a huge difference for us. Now, let's get down to business. The Golden State Warriors are going through one of the most complex seasons in recent years. The team is not bad. It is also not dominant. There is talent, there is experience, there is history, but something is missing. That element that transforms potential into title is missing. The formula that dominated the NBA between 2015 and 2022 no longer works the same way, and everyone within the organization knows that. Jonathan Kuminga's departure at the start of the season was a watershed. He represented youth, physical explosiveness, and a bridge between the champion nucleus and the future of the franchise. When it became clear that he wanted a new path, it wasn't just a player change, it was a sign that the original plan was no longer valid. Since then, this void has never really been filled. Stephen Curry continues to play at an elite level. This needs to be said clearly. In any other franchise, the numbers he puts up today would be treated as historic seasons. The problem is that basketball cannot be won alone. The rotation has been inconsistent. The defense fluctuates, and in decisive moments, the team does not command the respect it has commanded in the past. The way the squad is set up today, it is not a champion team. Draymond Green is still the defensive and emotional soul of this team, but time passes for everyone. Intelligence and leadership are still there, but physical limitations are already appearing. The Warriors need more. You need someone who arrives and changes the team's level immediately. And here comes the most important factor of all, the deadline. February 5th is not just a date on the calendar. It's the limit between acting or accepting. This is when the board needs to decide whether to trust the current squad, make small adjustments, or go all in on one last big bet while Stephen Curry is still at a high level. I've been closely following what's happening in the league, watching frustrated teams, dissatisfied stars, and situations that can evolve quickly. And then something happened that completely changed the scenario for the Warriors. Jimmy Butler's serious injury ended his season. It's a sad situation. No one celebrates it. But in practice, this injury removed one of the Warriors' main targets from the market. Butler was seen as a real option, someone with a winning mentality, impact on both ends of the court, and playoff experience. That possibility has simply ended, and when one door closes, another can open. With Butler out of the picture, the Warriors need to recalculate everything. There is no longer a conservative plan that makes sense. Time is ticking, the market is limited, and the urgency has increased. And behind the scenes of the league, a name gained strength again in a different way. Giannis Antetokounmpo. This is not a random name. The Warriors have been interested in Giannis for years. It's not something new, it's not a current conversation. The difference is that for the first time, the context starts to make sense. Milwaukee is having a season below expectations. The cast doesn't respond, the project doesn't evolve, and the pressure increases. Giannis is loyal, but he also wants to win, and he knows that the peak doesn't last forever. It's important to make something very clear. So far, Giannis has not asked for a trade. He made no public statement showing dissatisfaction. All of this is still speculative, but it's not fantasy. It's a real possibility based on context, time, and pressure. Giannis is 31 years old. He is at his physical and technical peak. If he wants to maximize his legacy, the next few years are decisive. And the fit with the Warriors is something that, on paper, scares any opponent. Imagine Curry attracting double markings, Giannis attacking spaces, Draymond organizing the defense. It wouldn't be an ordinary team. It would be a dominant team. But none of this comes cheap. The price for Giannis would be historic. Multiple first-round picks, promising young players, roster depth. The Warriors would have to go all in on a short 2- or 3-year window. It's the kind of decision that defines an era. If it works, it becomes an extended dynasty. If it goes wrong, reconstruction comes. And then the big question comes in, is it worth it? The answer depends on how you see the Warriors' current moment. For me, the team is already in title-or-nothing mode. Stephen Curry won't play at this level for another 5 or 6 years. The window is open now. If there is even the slightest chance of bringing in a generational player to play alongside him, you need to seriously consider it. Staying still is also a choice. A safe choice, but one that probably won't lead to titles. And for a franchise that has had a dynasty, just accepting to compete doesn't seem enough. I want to know your opinion. If you were in the front office's shoes, would you go all in on Giannis if he became available? Or would you prefer to keep the assets and try smaller adjustments? Leave your comment below, because this discussion is exactly what drives this channel. And if you've made it this far, enjoy and leave a like on the video. This really helps the content reach more fans. Subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and help Warriors Family TV reach the goal of 2,000 subscribers. This goal is very important for us to continue growing and bringing this type of analysis every day. The next few days are going to be intense. The decisions made now will echo for years. Whichever path you choose, I will be here, following everything closely, explaining every detail, and bringing you into this conversation. Stay with us, continue with the video, and let's follow this decisive moment in the history of the Golden State Warriors together. And to close the way this moment deserves, the Warriors arrived at that crossroads that separates ordinary teams from franchises that make history. From here on, there is no more or less. Either the board steps down and tries to give Curry the last great blow of authority of this era, or we will watch, little by little, the window narrow until it becomes a memory. And that's what makes everything so heavy, so urgent, and so electrifying. The next decisions won't just impact the table. They will impact the legacy. Now I want you to think with me, very quickly. If this bomb goes off, if a giant movement happens, if the league wakes up with news that no one expected, do you want to find out after everyone has already commented? Or do you want to be here, right away, understanding what this really means for the Warriors? Because that's exactly why I ask. Subscribe to Warriors Family TV now, activate the bell, and leave a like. This pushes the video to more fans and helps us reach the goal of 2,000 subscribers. And I'm serious. Reaching this goal changes the game for the channel, strengthens our community, and helps us reach further with this daily content. And before you leave, do me a favor. Go to the pinned comment and click on the Warriors Analyses playlist. I left it ready because there you will connect all the pieces, understand the complete picture, and become even sharper for everything that could happen until the trade deadline. Watch one video after another because that is the map of what the Warriors can become and what they cannot afford to be. So here's the thing. Comment below what your decision would be if you were in charge. Would you go all out on a superstar and bet big in this window? Or would you hold on to the assets and try another route? I will read the comments and bring the best opinions in the next video, because one thing is certain: the clock is ticking. And when the siren rings, the warriors will have to choose. Be remembered as those who tried everything, or as those who let their chance slip away.